Let me hear you. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. All right, here we go. How good it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Welcome, Wise School. This is going to be our last all-school Shabbat. We'll be having a couple of Shabbat services by grade level, but our last one when we're all together. Parents, if you do not have a mask, if you can please go right to the door, we will have masks for you. But because we are all in the sanctuary, our protocol in the sanctuary right now is that we have to have masks on. And one of the reasons is our fifth graders are watching this online because they did have quite a few cases, and that's why we want to keep you in school, hopefully without masks. So students and parents, I'm going to give you 1 second just to get your mask. Get it ready and then settle in. Awesome. Shh. We're not used to even having parents in here with us, and that feels extra special. Last week, we got to have our first all-school Shabbat, where we got to thank our teachers. Do you guys remember that last week? For Yom HaMoreh, and we got to say how wonderful our teachers were. The partners in education that help us, your first teacher, before kindergarten, before preschool, your very first teacher was your mom and dad. They are your teachers who start your life. They are your teachers through your whole life. It doesn't matter if you're 8, 58, your parents still teach you. Your parents are the people who make it happen. And today we get to honor the parent volunteers who make so many things at WISE happen. Classroom things, programs, field trips, special school events. We get a chance today to say thank you. So I'm going to invite you to sit back. We have a beautiful service that's prepared for us as we take this morning to have gratitude for our parent volunteers.
Boker Tov. The Baruch Hu we call it a call to worship, and it's also meant to be this moment where we say, are we ready? That when we sing a Hine Matov, if we sing, sometimes we sing Elohai Neshama in this crowd, right? Those are all supposed to be warm-ups. And I look around, certainly at our teachers. I missed last week, so I can say that this week. But this week especially, I look at our parents, and the parents in this community are incredible because I don't think I've ever seen a time, and especially over the last 2 years, I have not seen a single time where the parents didn't say, yes, we're ready. Whatever you need, what this community needs, we're ready. We are ready, whether it was the first day of school in September of 2020, and we're going to figure out how to make it feel festive, even if kids are only coming for a couple of minutes, whether it was just this past weekend coming together to celebrate this community. This is a community of parents that say, we are ready. So now, as a community, we are going to say that. So I think we're gonna do this both with readiness and also with some gratitude. So I'm gonna invite everyone to stand up as we turn to the Baruch Hu.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Now it's our turn. Baruch
Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Yotzer or uborei choshech, oseh shalom shalom uborei et hakol. Yotzer or uborei choshech, oseh shalom shalom uborei et hakol. Uvorei et hakol, uvorei et hakol.
I don't think any of us would say that the last couple years have been easy, but I will tell you that each and every Friday I have the chance to be with some grade, usually in early childhood, but sometimes our kindergarten or our first or our second. And for me, there's nothing that makes the rest of the week feel better and grounds me like hearing those voices singing the words of the Shema, these words that bring us together, right? That we are saying, our people say all over the world. And so now we get to hear all of those voices with the people who bring them to us each and every day. So we're going to invite you, if it's your custom and you want to close your eyes or snuggle up, whatever is going to help you focus as we turn to the words of Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Seeing Rabbi Sari with Orly reminded me, I have a few parents that have early childhood students with you. The early childhood teachers are going to come over here in about 20 minutes and pick them up so you don't have to leave the service. So when they're here, we will let you know, and they can just go right with their teachers right here from the sanctuary.
Okay, continue with Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam beshivtecha beveitecha uvlechtecha vaderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beinenecha וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Our next prayer, the Michamocha, begins the story of the Israelite wandering through the desert. And when we tell that story, very often we use phrases and terms that sound a lot like parents raising children. In fact, we call the Israelites the children of Israel. We talk about the birth of a nation. And though it should take none of you 40 years to get out of your parents' house, parents' worst nightmare. On the other hand, the job of a parent is to guide you through childhood, through your teenage years, and to prepare you to become, just like the Israelites were prepared, ready to enter the promised land of adulthood. And so when your parents volunteer here, when they help us to make this school a better place, it's not just because it's a good thing to do. It's not just because the school needs them. It's because they're working hard along with your teachers and all of us to help you wander through that, I wouldn't call it a desert of childhood, but wander through childhood into teenage years to prepare you to enter the world. And so as we sing the Michamocha this time around, don't think only about the Israelites, don't think only about desert wandering, but think about you and your parents and how together we're helping you all grow up so you can be prepared to become the next generation to raise children.
We go 1, 2, 3. Yai lai 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 la lai la lai la lai. Yai lai lai la lai la lai la lai. Yai lai 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 la lai la lai la lai. Yai lai 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 la lai la lai. Michamocha. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai. Michamocha nehedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot oseh peleh. Nora tehilot oseh peleh. Yai lai 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 la lai la lai la lai. Yai lai lai la lai
When we chant the Amidah, we say Elohei Avraham v'Sarah, Elohei Yitzchak v'Rivka, Elohei Yaakov v'Rachel v'Leah. We say the names of the grand patriarchs, Abraham and Sarah and Isaac and Rebekah and Jacob and Rachel and Leah. And what we're to think about is not some imaginary grandparent way back in the past, but to think about all the Abrahams and the Sarahs, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-grandparents that allow you to be here. If it weren't for the choices they made, if it weren't for the decisions that allowed you to be standing here at this moment, well, who knows if you would even be an is. You might be an isn't. You might not be here. But they made choices, and the choices resulted in you. And so when we stand to say that prayer, we recognize that we are who we are because of the generations that stood before us, the generations that embraced their identity, the generations that chose to make decisions that resulted in our standing here and celebrating our lives and living these wonderful lives. So again, as we sing the Amidah, yes, think of your parents, think of your grandparents, think of the great-grandparents that some of you might be lucky enough to know, but whose pictures perhaps you've seen on the walls, and know that you owe them a tremendous debt of gratitude for making it possible for you to be here. So please stand up as we say the Amidah.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. Ha'el hagadol hagibur ve'hanora, El Elyon gomel chasadim tovim, ve'konei hakol, ve'zocher chasdei avot ve'imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים וחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
Take a few moments, perhaps even close your eyes. Think your own thoughts, your prayers for things you wish for, your prayers of gratitude. And when the cantor starts singing Oseh Shalom, you can be seated.
Oseh Shalom, ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. 1, 2, 3. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Shalom, bim romav, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. 1, 2. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom.
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals.
Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
שבשמיים צור ישראל וגואלו ברכת מדינת ישראל ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגורלו, ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו. הגן עליה בעברת חסדך ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך, ונתת שלום בארץ ושמחת עולם ליושביה.
אבינו שבשמיים, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shielded beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו, אמן, סלע, אמן.
Toda Rabba. We are so fortunate, Wise School, that we have not one. Some schools out there might have one Shinshinit, one, but we have two. Oriel and Gabi have been such a gift to our community, and I think what we ought to do is, in August, when you get back to Israel, I think we should all be there to welcome them home. Who's with me? Wouldn't that be fun? So, Wise School, this is a site for sore eyes. I don't know if you know what that expression means. A sight for sore eyes. That means this is something that my eyes have longed to see our whole school finally back together in the sanctuary. And I want to thank you for wearing your masks. I know it's a drag, and we want to be done with the masks, and we will be. But for now, our local health department, Los Angeles County, wants us for worship to keep our masks on, except for the person leading worship. And the idea there is, because we're singing and there's a lot of people in the room together, we do that to keep each other safe. So I want to thank you, Wise School, for doing that. But thankfully, lots of other times, Mrs. Weiser, we don't need masks anymore. So that's really good. I am just so grateful to see you all, to see our beloved teachers, to see our amazing students, our administrators, members of our staff. We are together as a community, and we have remained strong as a community. Even when we couldn't be together physically, we found ways to do that. But here we are to celebrate our leadership. And so what I want to ask is, everybody who's been a volunteer, I know a lot of the parents in the room have volunteered with our WISE Parents Association. And I know our presidents are here, Rama and Keely, and members of, there she is, and there they are. And but you guys were hysterical at the gala, by the way. Hysterical. Kids, ask them to do their routine a little bit later. Really funny stuff. And members of the executive committee and people who volunteered for so many things. So I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to ask everybody who's been a WPA volunteer, whether you're on the board or whether you've just helped out with something, to please stand up, and I want you to be recognized. We're going to give you a round of silent applause. And stay standing, WPA volunteers. Don't sit back down. Why? Because it's one thing to give your heart and soul the way you do, but you have to let us say thank you, because we are grateful. We are grateful for your leadership, and more than that, we're grateful for your nishamot, the people that you are, because you bring a lot of love. And it's not always easy. Sometimes it means getting here a little bit on the early side. Sometimes it means staying a little bit late. Sometimes it means answering questions about logistics late at night, working with our team to make everything happen so beautifully. So this is a blessing from all of us. I want to invite my clergy colleagues to come on up to the bima.
Parents, I see a few parents not standing. Even if you didn't think you were a volunteer, I want you to stand up. You've been here. You've shown up. I want all of our parents that are here to honor them.
Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you, and may God keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yikuneka.
May the light of the Holy One shine on you.
Adonai
And may God's face be lifted up to you. Lifted up to you. May God grant you the precious gift of peace. V'yasem lecha shalom. Thank you, parents.
If you are an Aaron Milken Center early childhood student, do we have someone who's here to pick them up? I think I saw someone walk in the back. No, I thought, not yet. Okay, not yet. I thought I saw someone come in. Okay, so we'll hang on just for a minute. So as we thank parents, there's one last group of parents that we need to say a thank you to. Some parents have students that they've got their oldest child, and then their middle child, and then their youngest child, and they've been here for many, many years. And then we have a group of parents that this is their last child at Wise, their child that is graduating, that they might have been here all the way through Mommy and Me. It doesn't mean their time at Wise is done. They'll still be here in our temple. They'll be here celebrating bar and bat mitzvahs and life events. They'll be with us for many, many years to come, but their time at Wise School is done. I am going to call the following students to please come to Mishpal to get a flower, even if your parent isn't here, because you'll take it home, and your parents of these students to please come and join me on the bima. Matthew Berkowitz, please come with your parents. Aaron and Chloe Cohen, please come up. Isabella Dardashti, please come up. Shiley Ferouz, come up with your parents. Isaiah Gordon, come on all the way on the bima. Aiden Heffron, Dora Gia, Gunnar Johnson, Avihai Katan, Gia Leslie Harris, Rocky and Roman Liu, Elijah Mavorak, Aaron Podemski, Jake Rastegar, Eva Razwagman, and Elias Wiseman. These parents have had years of us being together in good times, in challenging times, through all of our lives. I've watched them grow up. You've watched them grow up. We've grown up together. I don't have enough words personally or professionally to tell you what it means to me to have had you in our lives for all of these years, to have done the things we've done, the programs, the events, the challenges. I am grateful. We are grateful for your time at Wise, and I want you to know it isn't done. This is one step and many steps in our lives together, and we should always be together in good health for many years to come. Let's give all of these parents and these students a special Toda Rabbah. We want to thank you. You guys may be seated. Thank you again for your love and commitment to Wise and all that it means to us. You can give your parent the rose. A special message to our fifth graders who are watching us in live stream. We want to wish you a wonderful Shabbaton, a wonderful celebration of Shabbat. To the rest of the school, we are going to go into our classrooms. We're going to have a great Shabbat. We're going to have a great rest of this weekend. We're going to get ready next week for ERB testing and all of the wonders that that brings to us. But now we're going to celebrate with how good it is to be together. And I really want to hear how good it is to be together. Really, let's go. Hine matov
umanai sterachim gam yachad. Hine matov umanai sterachim gam yachad. Here we go. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is.
Second and
To
third
be
grade, you are
together
dismissed.
on this day. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Parents, you're going to join us next door in
Hine
ZH.
matov
Parents, you're in ZH.
umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Fourth and fifth grade, you're dismissed.
How good it is.
First grade, have a great day. Shabbat shalom.
Together on this day. how good it is.
Sixth grade, give them a big hug. You are dismissed.
To be together on this day. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.